Good morning, welcome back to the Professor Plumb YouTube channel. This week will be a lot better than last week. We hope. Last week was annoying and I only put out 2 videos because, you know what, I just weren't in the bloody mood. Monday morning, I had a phone call and guess what? Apparently, on a vehicle not the last vehicle I had, but the vehicle before, it had a car parking ticket and I've moved house for 2 years and the letters were going to that address. It's been to court. I had to pay over £500, £525 gone on a Monday. So last week was basically a write-off and I was just pissed off all week and I wasn't really myself. I can't sit there and say that I enjoyed the last 2 videos because I thought, oh, you just seem like a miserable cunt, which I was. But this week, it's all going to be fine. So, what are we doing today? Well, today, I'll tell you what we're doing today. We are taking out a toilet. It's a mystery job. It's one of these mystery jobs where you go, I don't know if I can help you, but if I am going to help you, this is what we're going to do. So, customer keeps complaining that grey water is trickling back into the pan. Strange, because I've been out there, I've done all the drainage, done all the rodding, taken the outside pipework apart, jetted it, everything. Yeah, I don't know if there's any more that I can really do other than take the toilet out itself. Now, sometimes you can get a collection and a build-up of body salts and urinary crystals and stuff like that in the back of the pan, and sometimes that can cause some sort of discoloration of the water. Now, I have put down limescale remover and drain unblocker and all that sort of stuff down the toilet, and he's still complaining that he's got grey water coming back in. So we're going to go there, we're going to see whether this grey water is in the toilet, and then we got 2 options. We can either take the toilet out and clean it all, which I've suggested, or we can go and access the cistern. Maybe there's something in the cistern that's causing maybe some discoloration in the water. There might be something in the actual toilet cistern. So it's not really necessarily that I think there's going to even be anything there. It's more to show the customer, look, the drains are clear. Why is it running back in discolorated water? I don't know. To me, I don't really get it. It doesn't really make sense to me, and I've gone and I've looked at it and gone, well, I can't see no discoloration in the water. I don't know. So let's go out there, let's go have a look and see what it's all about. But I booked this morning off and I've dedicated it to taking this toilet out, if that's what the customer wants me to go ahead and do. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot. Let's get straight into the video. I had a thought on the way over. My thought was this: maybe the waste pipe from the basin goes into the back of the toilet. Is that causing something? So I just went and picked up some blue food colouring. So we're going to put a little bit of that in the basin, fill it up, let it go, see if anything comes back into the toilet, and we should be able to quite clearly see it. Right, so there's our basin, but go straight out and into a gully. There's our pipe up there. So, first off, we're going to see whether or not this is trickling. Popping this out. So this one, yeah.
I've got some brown demerara.
Now this does look rather clean. There's a little bit of whatever this is. Something down in there. What we'll do is we'll add a little bit of this to it. I don't know how much colour this is going to give it. Like that. Slosh that about. Nicely blue in there. And keep an eye on it here. Oh, there we go. You can actually see that's running quite well. to actually replace that. It's a back to the wall pan. So we're going to have to take the toilet out anyway just to replace that bit. So, get it turned off. And we'll unscrew it all. And get this ready to come out. Okay, let's get this turned off. Love the way that's hidden in the wall. Flush this. Okay, those two out. And now, cut this all the way around here. Like this. Right, I thought that was glued back, but it's not even bolted down. How does that work? Okay, I just need to lift that to the side to disconnect the fill valve, and then I'll just lean it forward. So let me get that off quick. It's ridiculous. I'm better just to take it off here. Oh, it's fucking ridiculous. Buried in the wall. There you go. Lush. Oh shit. That isn't hold on in any way. It's literally just sits on there. You stop it moving too much, and that's the only thing holding it down, which is plasterboard wall. Fuck. Oh god. Let's remove all this because we're gonna have to go and get a new one. And everything has been siliconed on. Oh, look at that lush. Lush. Come on, get off. Get out of it. Right. It is prepped. Right, so the toilet is out. It didn't need to come out. There's no blockage whatsoever. But the pan connector looks like an old used, been in there for 12, 15 years. Pan connector, 18 years he said, 18 years. So, fit 18 years ago, the pan connector looks like a pan connector that's 18 years old. I mean, it's dirty. Of course it's going to be dirty. It's like a little bit of a place to collect shit, really. Without being too vulgar. So I'm just going to replace the pan connector. Yeah, not a problem. I'll clean out the back of the pan. So I've got some drill, brush attachments, stuff like that. Get that all cleaned out. Then, as I was pulling it out, because obviously I had to get my gloves on and pull it, from inside the rim, it felt all sharp. So I had a little look. Oh, all full of limescale. Oh, wonder what, that's probably the problem then, mate. So I've got to get some wire drill attachments and clean all around there. Basically, he was like, if you come back again, I'll be calling the ombudsman. I thought, fucking ass away to open the door to a plumber, innit? So I think I'm going above and beyond on this one to make sure that he doesn't get any more grey-ish water coming through, whatever that means. So we're going to basically just clean the living hell out of everything. And obviously it's been trickling into the pan, which if it's trickling into the pan, it's trickling through a load of limescale and other horribleness that's gathered on the internals of the cistern and the actual pan itself, around the rim. And there you go, there's your problem. But he was like, nope, it's coming back up from the drainage. It's just not how it works, really. Unless something's blocked up, it's not going to flow backwards. The pipe isn't running downhill, sorry, towards the pan, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I'm not moaning. I'm having it. It's a good positive week this week. Right, so come back to the shed. Got wire brush attachment. We got this. Looks like a bog brush attachment. Talk properly, Sam. A bog brush attachment sort of thing that will get in there and clean. And anyway, we'll take them with us. Oh. And we've also been to the merchant. Got ourselves a pan connector. We got ourselves a new donut washer. We got ourselves a flush valve, fill valve. The only thing they didn't have was I didn't have anything to replace the flexi. They didn't have any in stock today. They're waiting on an order. So we're gonna have to reuse the old one, but that's not too bad. But yeah, the only thing I'm a bit worried about is the donut washer. Like, how does that seal without being clamped? I have a solution. Wow. I have what I think will work. So I'll show you that. It's a little technique that I use. It's just a personal thing that I do. So we'll do that. Right, let's get back to the job. We'll clean it all up and we'll just crack on with it, I suppose. Alright, so there's the old one. Let's get rid of that. Just quickly take that out. Look at that. Straight in there. Well, I'll start with cleaning this up here. Okay, so that's all clean. I've got to just wipe it off. Now we're going to do here. Right, well, we've got some of that round there. You can see how much is coming out. And we sprayed a bit down there as well. But let's get one of these and give all this a clean up as well. Right, let's get that in there. Get that clean out. Okay, so we slip that back in there with our new pan connector. It's okay. I need to get that turned off. We got that on so that we can turn the water back on and get our flush through because it stinks. Alright. Rinse it off. There we go. Okay, that all seems to be running clear. I'll just ram that right up in there. There we go. Alright, so this has been scraped. Get that flush through. Get rid of all them bits of silicone. Also brushed it also. Should be no limescale on this either. Right, so let's get this in there and we get everything tightened up and ready to go back on. So first off, we need a nice bit of rubber. Like this. Pop it through in here. no silicone involved at all. We're just going to put that on there. Oh, yep, that on there. And then the back nut. Come on, stop dropping it. There we go. Right. Okay, and pop that out. Bring this up to a 9 litre flush. Or a bigger flush. Pop that through there. Like that. Washer and back nut. Really like that. Very lovely. Okay. Like that. And like that. So we got that ready to go drop through. So that's tightened on there already. Now we've got this lovely foam washer, which is going to seal it all up, apparently. So, it's literally relying on gravity to hold that in place, basically. There's only one thing to do. Right, I'll let you know my secret of how I'm going to do this. Please don't let this leak. I just want to get away from this job. Don't want to be here. Please, just let this work. Good. Bit of silicone. Silicone tends to work. So I'm going to put a little bit of silicone around there. Alright, this is tricky because you've got to push it down. Is that in? Right, yeah, push that one. Okay, I've got it, I've got it, I've got it. That's it there. Okay, let's get it back on. It's filling up. Okay, here we go, here we go. Gonna have to give it a fair few flushes before we can even find out, really. Flush number 5. Trickles down in a little bit until it's full up. Alright. Come on. Right, so before we leave, make sure that packing gland's tight enough. Right, I'll put some new silicone around the bottom. Only thing is, I need to go off and get some filler. So, I'll leave those there, leave the bag there. Let's go get some filler. Right, seems like an excessive amount of work, doesn't it, so far? You're like, bloody hell, really? Because there's a bit of Limescale and a bit of grey water. As soon as a customer says something about an ombudsman, I'm like, oh God, this guy. So, anyway, loads and loads of videos of every single step of the process. We couldn't have done any more. So, I mean, that is the cleanest toilet in Warwickshire. I mean, there was a hell of a lot of limescale that did come out of that when we was cleaning, especially around that rim. That is probably a lot of the cause of it, and it's trickling into the pan. Well, it's not anymore. New fill valve, new flush valve, new donut washer, cleaned everything out, new what do you call it? Pan connector, and I used the long one as well, not the stubby little short one, so it goes in that pipe about that much. So there we go. Any backfilling, just not happening. That it's all cleared through, it's all looking lovely, unless for some reason that pipe work is going out the wall on a funny angle. But as far as I was aware, I couldn't see that. I couldn't see that there was anything untoward. Everything seemed to be flowing downhill. So I'm just going to go grab some filler so we can fill around that isolation valve. It's a shame I didn't have a new one of those, but the merchants hasn't got one. I can't fit one. Then I'm going to go back home and I'm going to disinfect myself. I'm going to go jump in the shower before I go and do my afternoon jobs, because I've had too many jobs recently, mucky ones on toilets, stuff like that, and then I get really ill. You know, like I've got a weak immune system or something, I don't know. So it seems like I want to get scrubbed up. Anything to do with toilets, or usually get ill or usually get sick or whatever, so that ain't no good. I think it's just, I don't know, it might be placebo, but I just end up feeling really rough. But yeah, I wear gloves all the time, as you can tell. You know, I try and do the best I can. Right, let's go get some filler. Alright, a bit of poly filler. And there we go. Right, I think he's happy. I'm happy, I got paid. So I got paid, I've done as much as I can. I mean, we stopped it trickling into the pan, we cleaned it all out, we've gone above and beyond, over the top. Really, I don't know if I'd be over the top. I think apart from taking the pan out and replacing the pan connector, but to be fair, if it was bolted to it, which it should be in my eyes, it's a bit weird, that system working by sitting on top and then the screws going sideways hold it down. It's a bit weird. That's why I tested it so much. I've not stopped flushing that toilet, so I've probably flushed it 20 times and no water. Can't see any water going anywhere, can't see anything going under anywhere, or I'm not missing anything as far as I'm aware. So did well. See, my plan works. His plan works. So it's a job. It's normal. Right, so I'm going to whip home. I'm going to have a shower. Then I'm going to have something to eat, because I've not even had breakfast this morning. And then we'll go off and we'll do our little mini afternoon job that I said I'd do. And also I've got to answer all my missed calls and text messages from this morning, because we've got a couple, and yeah, we need to get them sorted out. Okay, I've been home, I've had my shower, I've had something to eat, I've dried off. Now we're at the next one. I think it's just continuously filling. I've been to this one before, and he said it's the same thing, just a different toilet. I think it's Siamp, but I haven't brought nothing with me. I'm going to have a look first. Merchants is only literally round the corner. Slow filling.
Yeah, it's just like
you can actually see the water coming out of it where something's not right in there. Yeah. So there he is. He's a tiny little thing like that, little diaphragm washer. for the fill valve, get that replaced over, and then jobs. I can get back to decorating. I'll show you at the end if you want. I'll put it as a bonus. I'll show you me decorating, what I've been up to. Right, let's get the water turned off. There we go. Okay, so this is either going to come off by hand, no, or a pair of grips. You can see we've been gone away all that time and it's not even refilled. Grab this, one little turn like that, and this whole thing should just come off. So you're going to take that off, like that, bring the whole thing out, and that's the rubber that we're going to swap. So these are usually split, so let me show you. So the problem tends to be, if we do this, turn it inside out, we're going to look for, there it is, great big split in it, and you'd think, oh, that'd make it pour out. It doesn't. It actually just slows it down or stops it, which is quite clever really. Rather than wasting loads of water, it does the opposite. It doesn't want to fill up. Push a new one on. Now it's got this little, see on the old one, see there's like a locating lug there. So it can only go in one way. Push that in, nice and secure. Let's put this back on. So you see this little bit there? That has got to go in there, see that bit? So that goes in there like that. This one goes back on here. And we're just going to turn it back in like that. So that, yeah, when the float goes up and down, it controls that arm, which controls the pressure being put on that pin. There we go. Now you don't want to over tighten these. But yeah, that arm is pushing basically onto there. There we are. Right, let's get the water back on. Right, water's back on. Yeah, that's filling up a lot quicker. We've got no water pouring out there. Lovely jubbly. I might actually adjust this to be a little bit higher, but we'll see where it stops. Right, see that looks like the water line to me. I think they've had a go at adjusting it this themselves. So we're going to twist this, like that. You can see the overflow is this great big hole here. There we go, perfect. Right, if you like that video, don't forget to thumb it up, subscribe, all the other stuff. I don't know, leave me a comment, say, I don't know, happy birthday, even though my birthday is in July the 31st, just FYI, if any of you, I'll set up a PO box, you can all send me a tenner and a card, and just send me a card, that'd be nice, so lonely. Right, so this is what I've been doing in the evenings. Painting, filling, sanding. Oh, God, that sounded awful, probably. Sorry if you've got cats. I've done some paneling. Look at this, look. Bit of paneling. Yeah, old school, old fashioned, vintage, heritage, classic design, you see. Only on those two walls, and then these two walls are going to be a different colour. So these are going to be light colour. And then that's going to be a dark colour grey, right? That closet is going to get painted the same colour, so it'll all blend in. And I'm thinking about painting that door and the door frame the same colour as well. So I've got to do that. I've also got to sort out the flooring, because this is, look, it's this green diamond pattern granny carpet from the 1970s. So, or 80s, I don't know. It's old. It's old. And it's never been changed. So this room was my old flatmate's, who used to live in here whilst he was getting back on his feet. So he come to stay with me for a little bit. So he had this room. But now he's gone, and he's been gone for a while. I thought it's about time that I actually decorated it and turned it into something. So my thought was, I'll get it done now as a bedroom, and then I can have this, because this is actually better because it overlooks my parking space, right? So overlooks the drive. If I hear anything in the night, I can get up and just look out my window rather than having to run downstairs to see who's nicking my tools. Usual tradesman sort of fear. So yeah, I'm just doing this. Now the panelling, I used to do bathrooms. When I was a bathroom fitter, I used to do a lot of panelling, shaker panelling. It was very popular at the time. So I had all these left over in the shed. So I've just used up basically what I had. I've got one pack left over, but don't need it. But yeah, I'm doing it on a shoestring budget. Now I had this sort of like wishy-washy whitish paint in the shed too, which was, it's a bit crap. Look, that's like a coat and it doesn't even look like nothing. It looks more like PVA. So I've just used that as primer to prime everything. And then once I've got the van back, I'm back on my feet and I'm a bit more sorted, I'll actually buy some paint and start doing the decorating, and then I'll think about what the hell I'm going to do with the floor, because that seems to be the most expensive thing in the world, flooring. I don't know, whatever's cheapest, carpet or laminate. I was thinking like a nice dark wood laminate. Anyway, that's that, because at the minute I've got that tiny little box room, which is actually going to be my son's now that my flatmate's moved out, so my son can have his own little room, which will be cool. So I've got heartburn, I'll have a Rennie, and yeah, that's what I've been doing in the evenings. That's why I've been quite quiet, I suppose, in the evenings. But if you ever do want to see me in the evenings, check out my TikTok. I'm sometimes on TikTok live in the evenings just to sit down and have a chat with people. So go on there, I don't know, 9 o'clock at night. Usually catch me chirping. So, right, there you go, see you on.